And with the runoff, we still don't know who's going to win. But Niall, Stanage, White House columnist for The Hill, might have some predictions. I'll wait to ask you what your predictions are. But we have heard early voting numbers in Georgia, the record-breaking as well, 4 days away from the runoff. Why is this race so important, even though the balance of power is already decided in Washington?
It is very important, Adrienne, and it's not just a matter of bragging rights. If the Democrats get to 51 senators, obviously that means they have a little bit of a cushion on close votes. It reduces the leverage of particularly Senators Joe Manchin and Kyrsten Sinema, Democratic senators who have often split from the rest of the party. The other reason it's important is control of Senate committees. And I'm smiling saying that because I know it sounds dry. I know that not many people woke up this morning wanting to know more about Senate committees. But the point is, if you have 51 seats, you control those committees. That allows you to drive the business of the Senate. If you don't, those committees are equally split, and it's more like idling in neutral. And it's therefore more difficult to do that business and to get, for example, judicial nominees confirmed.
Oh, you put some butter on that dry toast. Thank you so much, Niall, for making it a little bit more interesting. Georgia's voting process has been attacked by both the left and the right for different reasons. And NewsNation's Chris Cuomo actually spoke to Georgia's Secretary of State. I know we had some of that, but let's listen some more.
The criticism of one day. Election is one day. Everybody should vote on one day. Early voting is by definition rigged. Your response?
We have had early voting now for well over 15 years in Georgia.
I guess that's it. Do you think voter concerns over the early voting and mail-in ballot situation might affect turnout, as may have happened in last year's Senate runoffs?
It could do, and that was certainly a worry for Republicans. Back in the 2020-2021 cycle, basically the campaign for the runoff was ongoing while then President Trump, as he still was alleging that the original election had been rigged. That clearly depressed Republican turnout and was a big ingredient in Democrats winning both of those early 2021 runoffs. Now, the former president, to be fair, has said that people should come out and vote for Herschel Walker this time around, but the overall broader picture of uncertainty about voting, that does play a part. And I think you and I have said before, votes do count, and it's important, I think, that people, whatever their views, exercise those. You know, it's not a rigged system, and your vote is counted.
Can either President Biden or former President Trump claim any credit if their preferred candidate wins, especially in light of the 2024 race?
It's a slightly complicated question. I think for former President Trump, he was so instrumental in encouraging Herschel Walker into the race and then endorsing him. So I think a victory for Walker would be a vindication, but of course a defeat for Walker would be a rebuke to the former president. In the case of President Biden, I mean, Raphael Warnock has been very careful not to tie himself too closely to the president or to National Democrats. Senator Warnock has emphasized his work across the aisle with people like Senators Ted Cruz, Senator Marco Rubio, both Republicans. So it's, I think, honestly more difficult to claim that a Warnock victory is an endorsement of Biden. But if that happens, I don't think it will stop them celebrating at the White House, let me put it that way.
Former President Obama likely would get more credit for this one. All right, Niall, thank you very much. Good to see you, as always.
Good to see you too.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.